Hello to everybody. Hello, 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 and thank you for coming back to Afternoon Tea with me, Sandra from Tiverton, Bead and Wool Shop. What a couple days it's been. My jaw is aching, to be honest, and I'm kind of hot and bothered because outside is so gorgeous. And so how you have been? I see some of you are back, and I'm back. And to be honest, today is kind of I just about stopped, and I nearly missed 3 o'clock again. So I can need to do my hair. So anyway, what's been going on this week? It's been quite exciting, quite interesting. Doing different things, doing something new, which we haven't done before, and. I will tell you all now, because once you finished, or once we finished here, what you can do if you have nothing else to do or nothing better to do, what you can do is go on Knit Nottingham YouTube channel, and there is a video which I haven't seen fully yet myself. I have seen first 18 minutes. So that's why I'm kind of like, oh, yes, you go and watch it. What it is yesterday we had a great chat with Eleanor from Knit Nottingham. We did kind of, because she does it's not interviews really, it's kind of more chat along with other wool shop owners. And yesterday we had our little chat, which is supposed to be like 40 minutes. And we realized that it's nearly 2 hours. So I know she has chopped the video. So you don't need to worry. There is not 2 hours of me kind of going on and on about things or complaining about customers like we normally do. But like I say, I have seen first 18 minutes, and there is 58 minutes in total. So go on, I will put link on this video in a comment, and I will put it as well on the Facebook, the link to the video, so to our chat, so you can go and have a look and then see what happens. What do you think? Let me know. So we had kind of, questions and answers session. So I couldn't believe that we spoke from just after 1 o'clock till like nearly 3 o'clock, until Martin was starting to pace other side of the door, and we thought, oh God, what time is that? Because I did need to go and pick my strawberries, and we did need to water allotment heavily. So that's at the moment. Today I've been released of watering duties because I said, well, I can't. I have 3 o'clock live session with my customers. So every day we've been out after 3 o'clock, come 4, watering for an hour or so, and everything is so dry. But I have first strawberries. Did I told you last time? I think I did tell you, but this one is like a city girl gardening again, because our strawberries, we have quite a reasonable size, rows with them. And Martin keeps them covered. There's nice hoops and a cover over. And a week ago, when there was the first signs of red, and I picked like first 2, they were not really ready, but I just couldn't wait any longer. They were pale red. And I picked the first couple, and I said to him, oh, well, let's just leave the covers off, because, let the pollinators in. Me, city girl, pollinators. Right. The next morning, we found out that every single strawberry with every little tinge of pink or red was eaten by birds. Tiny little blighters. They have plenty of slugs there. They have plenty of green fly, black fly, you name it, they have it. They went for every single strawberry. And then I thought like, oh yeah, there was a reason why last year we kept them covered, and it was always like we were going to pick every day, and it's like, oh, until you get all the covers off, and then you need to put the covers back on. That's why the birds are having them. So there. The other, before we kind of go on to knitting, which I will show you in a minute, what I've been doing. So, point number one, go to Knit Nottingham and see that's our yesterday's chat, and let me know what you think. Yeah. So the second thing is, it was kind of it's really funny because like we all have now these on the Facebook we have these videos with lockdown projects. And our lockdown project has been our patio in the garden. We haven't started on the house or windows yet, but the Chinese bridge is ready. All I need to do now is to spot paint where is the last screws being put in. And it looks lovely. But to cut long story short, as some of you know, that we have introduced antiques to our shop as well, which is kind of Martin is sourcing, and it's kind of a little bit of his baby. I love it as well, but it's kind of more his side, and I just say, yeah, I like it or not. But there is one auction house where he goes, and he used a little bit, or that is a blokey thing. Apparently, I'm told that's a blokey thing, because it could be useful one day. So there is this auction house where he goes when he goes to pick up what he has bought. They always manage to load him with something which they can't sell for free, because otherwise they need to bin it. So this time, the freebie, and that's like a couple months ago, the freebie was a huge column. It's over 3 meters high, and apparently is, well, he said it's 12 inches diameter. So it's like I can hardly kind of put my hands around, and it's nearly double height of me. Fiberglass, pale cream, like Grecian look-alike column with the pedestal and top, kind of. Why do we need it? He brought it home, and I was like, why? Why on earth? Oh, you never know. It could be useful one day. So at the moment, the Grecian column has turned into Chinese temple column. It's been painted bright red, and at the moment is stripe painting. So a stripe painting is in the process. So I'm insisting that he needs to find and print somewhere a dragon stencil and paint a golden dragon as well on there. But that might not happen. The other option was, we looked online, and if you search for Chinese, red Chinese temple columns, they come up and there's some beautiful lotus flowers on top. And we were thinking, how can we make a lotus flower? But we can't. So at the moment, the column will be just bright red with the stripes where it kind of organically, the shape is formed on the top and the bottom. And it will support our climbing rose next to the bamboo bush. And it actually, I hate to say that, but it looks quite reasonable. And it's one of those things when it's like, yeah, okay, it's nice. So it's difficult to admit when you think like, oh, well, what on earth he will do with this? But so he has found this thing to do. Yeah, that's about the garden. Then the other thing I've been experimenting with cooking. And some of you who've been watching before know about his other woman, the little Italian lady from allotment. And she gave me a recipe, or basically she told me there is no recipe. Oh, you just put it in and there we go. And obviously I was cooking meatballs in tomato sauce, and it worked out. The meatballs, the balls themselves worked out very well. But when she had her sauce, which we tried, she gave us to try, hers was very smooth and kind of really more like a paste, where my one was kind of quite choppy because there's all the sorts of vegetables going, and it's cooked for 4 hours. And only then when yesterday I said like, this wasn't, how was it? I said, it was nice. It was a nice meal, but it wasn't your meatballs. Oh, what's wrong? Oh no, you don't put so much. I obviously put everything. It's too much of celery and too much of oh no, just a little. Okay, so next time we will do better, and we will do just a little, not my portions. So yeah, And so if anybody's after meatball recipe, I'm happy to share, but the quantities are very unknown, so you need to make your own informed decisions. But the actual balls are really nice. So cooking covered, video covered, what's left? Knitting. And I must admit, this week, oh, there's other good news. I start with that, and that's the excuse why there hasn't been so much knitting done. There is a little progress to show, but not too much, purely because this week finally I got approved, not me, but the shop got approved as a Rowan digital retailer. What it means that we are allowed to sell Rowan patterns individually as downloads. The only problem is that I have to put them online. And our rep, she provided me kindly with the kind of checklist with the most popular patterns, the top downloads, what they know from their data. So I'm working through them slowly. And yeah, we sold some already, so which is kind of nice. They work out between the download price is between three, mostly it's £4, with some patterns £3. And yeah, it's a single pattern. And there comes the dilemma, because I always find it's like I put yesterday quite a few baby patterns from the baby book, which we sell very well in the shop. The book retails at £9.50, and there is like 8-10 patterns in there. So obviously, the value for money is better in the book if you want to do more than one item. But I can see that the digital downloads work like if you really like only that one item in the book, and you know that you will not knit anything else, then £4 suddenly seems, yeah, that is less than half of the book price. So it's, yeah, so that kind of, I can see the point of them. And that allows us as well, because now we have the digital patterns, we can make up more kits for you as well, because otherwise it was quite difficult, because if you need to add the book, that adds quite a lot of price, the cost of the kit. And again, if you only want to knit that poncho or throw or something like that, which is the one item, then the price of the book still needs to kind of be incorporated in the kit. But talking of the patterns, take your pen and paper. And like I say, we are adding patterns slowly, but this weekend is still May. So the discount code will be valid all the weekend. So you can wait till like Sunday night when there will be more patterns on for you to choose. And you can use the code obviously as many times as you like until 1st of June. And the code is for 10% off all the digital patterns. So you can stock up and then see what happens with the yarns. Because I wanted to do those beautiful Fair Isle cardigans. And I will show you if I can. No, it's not in the gallery. So it's one of those really nice Fair Isle garments, which we had one of them. We had in the Christmas window, and we had quite a few sales from it. So digital patterns, and the one which is the top pattern on the digital downloads is this one. Can you see? And this one is on our website already. And the most annoying thing is, yesterday I thought, like, I will just make up the yarn kits up to size, let's say, large, because that was when, that's where I would say, I think the small, medium, large was the same yarn quantities nearly. And all of these top patterns, this one is one of them. The other one, which I just put on again, is Fair Isle. This one I think was number 4. or on a popularity scale. And then somewhere there, and that one is already online. And then what is coming, which is somewhere bit more down the line, is this jumper and scarf, all done in felted tweed. And I thought, like, oh, because we have over 30 colors, we nearly have all the colors of woven felted tweed in the shop. And you know what? I can't make up a single kit, because on every garment there is one color out of stock. So today I have placed an order. So we have all the felted tweed colors back. So next week we can have kits. Having said that, next week, it doesn't mean, well, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how long it will take now. So that's been taking a lot of my time, because I realized one evening, and especially when I started, I have now worked out the system, because they give you all the information, and you have the pattern information in the spreadsheet, and the pictures and actual patterns as in a separate files. So you need to know the name of the pattern you want, and then you need to find in description and the price list, so you put the correct price on. And then you need to find, it just takes ages. It took me first night, I think I put 4 or 5 patterns on. So now I have worked out the system better, and I have already downloaded some things. So hopefully over weekend I can put another 10, 15 patterns on, so to give you a better choice, and put some other yarn patterns. Like there is a lot for brushed fleece, which is one of my favorites. And there are some jumpers which are just, I know from the shop that people come in and they say, I like that. So we will work on them. So over weekend they are on there, so you can get yours with the code DIGI10, DIGI10, 10. Now then, that's about the kind of, I'm starting again to say kind of. I kind of can't understand why kind of I start to go on a kind of. The 18 minutes of that video, I'm kind of. Yeah, let's not do that. Then, is anybody of you working on those 2 blighters? Yeah, that's where they stay. I love the finished cushions. I love the look of them. But I don't think my bag will happen, because I haven't done anything else, as these 2 don't match in the size, and I run out of steam. I want to do something else. And as we're not going shopping much, and we are not let out often, so I don't think I need a bag for this summer. That's not the right thing to say as a wool shop owner. Of course, you need your crochet bag for summer, because I ordered, that's another thing, what's coming. And after that was a 3 days, ooh la la. I got Shepis. I ordered full range of new Shepis cottons, which are called Soft Fun. It's DK weight. It's 60% cotton, and I should have 32 or 34 colors coming. So there's plenty for everybody. And they are very reasonably priced. The 50 grams will be between, if I tell you, between 250 to 295. It will be somewhere in those, it will be between 250 and under £3. So, and I quite like, because all of their yarns are really nice, and the colors are nice and lovely, and it knits to any DK pattern. So you see, you can download the Rowan baby patterns for DK and wait until the Soft Fun comes in. I like the name as well, Soft Fun. And that was not fun to order, because of this, obviously, of all this crisis. We haven't been we've been on a standby for what? Since 24th of March. And before that, I was always placing my orders online, because it comes from abroad. Never had a problem. The website is very clear. If it's out of stock, you can't put in a basket because it's out of stock. It just, you can't click and physically add. So, which is great, because at least you know what's coming. And it was, I think it was before Christmas when they were achieving, I was ordering, let's say, one day. If I ordered before 5 o'clock, it was dispatched the same day. And it didn't come the next day, but it came like a day after. It was really, really speedy. It was coming from Holland. So I don't know, because the order was confirmed yesterday. So I really don't know how long time it takes nowadays for the order to arrive. But I hope it would be Monday or Tuesday. And then maybe next week when we come back. Oh, yes. Hello, Rona. Thank you for your comment. Yes, the Shepherdess is coming. More rows too. Yes, more rows too. And the color, which I hated from the beginning, but I did a sample and everybody wants that color, which is the passion fruit melt, which we have the free pattern on in our blog. So that one is coming back in stock, same as the little mini ball kit, which we're selling very well. Yes. So, a lot of felted tweed coming, ordered. I have ordered as well, and I think they looked really interesting. Kind of, they call them fade packs with kid silk haze and felted tweed. But the soft fun could be fun. And I think because now when we're getting closer and closer to the opening date, I hope that it will come on time like Tuesday, and then it will be going in the window, and I will put some pictures on, because we need to start to think about filling this. At the moment, the windows are empty and it's kind of all covered up against the light damage, and because nothing is, except me going in there's nothing happening, and people shouldn't be wandering streets aimlessly and looking in the shop windows anyway. So there we go. So that's that. Then what else? Oh, yes. What else I've been spending time on? Reading government guidelines about shop opening. What do we need to look for? What signage we have to have? What we need to assess? And oh my God, if the shopping was fun, it won't be fun when we are open, I can tell you. There will be Dragon Sandra on the door telling you what to do, because where we are and how we are situated and located, because of the two floors. Again, it will be, and the funniest thing is, it's not really laughing matter. Here is my packaging which came in. It's supposed to be in the shop, but it's not laughing matter. But I have my personal protection purchased. So I will be wearing this one when I talk to you, because I don't want to be too close. No, to be honest, there is, like, again, like I've said it before, there are people who are absolutely wonderful and understanding, and there are just ignorance. And I think when you come in, or if you attempt to come in, you will have two options. The first option will be no under 14s, because you cannot guarantee that the children, or as we call now young adults, are not touching and grabbing things just for sake of it. The customer should be strongly encouraged not to touch the product, which kind of defeats the point of going into wool shop. But you still will be strongly discouraged. And if you will have option counter service, where you can come to the desk and you say, would you please bring me a couple balls of this, that, or other? If you want to browse, if you choose to browse, there will be one person at a time on each floor. And it will be one-way system. Once you will be again asked not to touch the products you do not wish to purchase. You will be asked to sanitize your hands before you start your journey into shop. If you don't want to do that, you will need to stick with counter service. Yes, and all the cleaning we need to do after every customer. I think the shop will be the cleanest and sparklest that it's ever been, ever. The money I have invested in hand sanitizers. Oh, yeah. So anyway, now then, the nice things. Finally, the nice things. Despite me not knitting much, doing all sorts of computer work and reading government guidelines, I can tell you they can put anybody to sleep. Don't try to read them like 8 o'clock in the evening. Oh, talking of evenings, has anybody of you actually watched The Joy of Painting? I think we are still watching it. We are getting closer and closer to the fact that I think we need to write down the names of the colors, and we might need to look where we can purchase them. And it might be, one of the projects. But I think, like, thanks God for good weather, so we don't get carried away, because I can imagine if it would be really bad, if it would be raining and cold outside, like it's been sometimes in June or end of May, I can imagine that we possibly would have given in and bought ourselves a canvas and pack of paint. So that would be kind of, again, all the gear has no sense. But yeah, so there we go, the gear. And I'm hoping that before I go back, I will have a chance to have a go at drawing my owl, which I actually have paid for the online lesson, for the videos for. And I haven't, it was, when I did it, when I paid for it, it was like, I want it and I want it now, and I will be doing it now. And then I discovered, oh no, that needs colored paper. And then until I ordered the paper, which was arrived like a week later, I still want to do it. But it's somehow, the urgency has gone down. But anyway, so there is my thing. That's how my things look at the moment, the two balls, which I'm working through. And that's, oh, please don't. That's how my shawl looks. I think last time we were somewhere there, or there, somewhere there, because I haven't done much this week. The trouble is, these here, I was cracking on quite fast, and you change from one pattern to another quite quickly. The progress is very visible. When you hit these rows where you have over 400 stitches, it takes forever to get to the end of the row. But I quite like how those colors change. The trouble here is, you can see slightly better this part, right? This one should be actually spotty, but you can't see the difference in the color, because this is what sometimes happens when you use whirls or even whirls, or this one is, this one is not whirl, this one is Rico Cotton Degradé, but the principle is exactly the same. When sometimes, can you see, if I move it in a distance, even though in the real life, this one is kind of khaki brown with beige thread, this is pale grey with dark grey, and you can see the difference. When you put them together, they just blend. So they kind of create a nice little blend, which you can see the contrast. And as you can see further in the rows, the contrast will appear again, because when I hit the white and the brown, or the blue and this kind of muddy color, it will be fine, because you will see the difference. And yeah, this section actually I'm doing now should be looking, this is this section in the scarf. See that one? So I don't have much left to do. I have only like a few rows there now. I think I finished this section. So I have a few rows there until I start the edging for the smallest size. But as you can see, I have hardly used half of the ball of each. So I think at the moment, I think I will be going for the larger size. This one was the small size. I'm going for the larger size, which is adding like this much more around, and there is some kind of nice eyelet-y pattern, which I hope. So this one will be now the stripes, one of them, and then there will be a little bit of something else, which will be from the other ball. And then when we do eyelets, we will have that, the blue and the muddy, and then my border, the zigzag chevron, will be the white and that kind of brown. And I think it actually, when you add, this one looks very dull, too dull to me. But when you add it to the end of that green, I think it looks nice. It will look interesting. And because it's cotton, this one is 50% cotton, I think it will be really nice, kind of cover up the days when I will be going to shop in the mornings. I could put, let's say, a simple top, and I can cover myself against the chill of the morning with this one, which will be quite large shawl. But that's the master plan. Yeah, so I hope that would be my, actually, this one would be my target. I hope I will finish this one by um, by the time when I need to go back to shop. That's my target. And yes, so the big order is out. The cottons are ordered. Next week, I do need to go through the Malabrigo, and that's again, it's a time. It's it's a time and money where you kind of need to come. You want to get the best colors and the best selection, and then you get carried away and you think like, how much? No, no, no. We need to kind of eliminate something. So yeah, the other thing is like, I'm still looking and I'm still thinking. I would like to introduce some kind of more acrylic based yarns as well for the more lower end of the market. But at the moment, um, I'm in a doubt which brand, and I'm kind of keeping my options open because that is not emergency. I don't need it for 15th of June for opening. Excuse me. I would possibly like it for the new autumn season. And yes, and I have like between around 20 pages of material, and I'm still waiting for the physical new material for autumn collections already coming in. So the new shade cards and things. Oh god. As much as I enjoy looking at new stuff, sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. And yes, and then you get carried away. But it's fine. We will be fine. And the funniest thing is, it's like a couple of days ago, I was packing the mail orders in the morning, and the shop is so hot now because everything is closed up. And even though we opened the roof windows upstairs, it's still because the downstairs heats up and the upstairs heats up. But there is no airflow from downstairs to upstairs to kind of get that stale air up through to the roof window if I don't open the front door. And I thought, oh, well, no, I can't keep the front door open. People are coming in. So I managed to put chairs in the front. But of course, people tried to talk to me over the chairs. And I said to one of the ladies, I said, like, well, it's like, yes, it is 15th when the government allows us to open. And I feel like we should have a party. But you can't have it, can you? I feel like, whoa, let's celebrate. We are back. Let's have some Prosecco out. You can't have it. Mm-mm. Not if you put your face mask on, you can't have Prosecco. And it's kind of like, oh no. So it's okay. We will be fine. It's just, I thought like, I need some party. I want the party. That's possibly why I want the party. So on that note, as it's Friday evening, and I know that there might be one birthday girl watching me. I am not naming you, but I know who you are. And happy birthday. And I hope to see you soon in the shop, one way or other. So happy birthday to the birthday girl if she's watching. And thank you to all of you too who do not have birthdays today for watching. And I will be back again. On next Friday. That will be like already week 11, won't it? Next Friday, 3 o'clock. And yeah, we only have 2 weeks left. And then we are back to normal. Unbelievable. Well, not normal, the new normal. We will be back to new normal. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, you can like the video. If you would like to, you can subscribe to our channel so you have the notifications when we will coming on again. And don't forget to watch the little chit chat with Nick Nottingham, because, like I say, I have seen 18 minutes of it, and yeah, it's just more. I mean, talking about nothing really, same as I do here. So anyway, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you soon. And keep knitting. You can always Facebook me or send a message with your pictures. I hope I can learn to retrieve them, and I can share them with others. Your lockdown project, as far as it's not a Chinese temple column. All right.